News flash. Doot. I got a phone call on my way to work this morning on my new bicycle. I immediately pulled into the tomb of Katsunari Mizuno, founder of Fukuyama City, first lord of Fukuyama Castle, and Bingo Province. Pulled in there to tell you the urgent news flash. But the traffic was too noisy. Morning rush hour, and on top of that, a bullet train. Shinkansen bullet train came roaring by, so that whole location and setup just wasn't going to work. But I took some nice photos for you guys, and I made a very sad, but kind of heartwarming also discovery. This shrine is set up just outside the Mizuno family tomb, just outside and beside it. Many, many years ago, the train went through here, by here. We're talking about a steam-powered train. Back in the olden days, there was a level crossing, and one train came along and struck and killed 6 children. Can you imagine that? So they set up this shrine just outside Lord Katsunari's tomb, which I think is very touching. Now, it might have been nicer to put the little kids inside well, I get it. They're not family. But anyway, they're tucked right up against it like chicks under a hen's tender, loving wing. Now, the children's souls are meant to be held in these stones. That's the idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6. And they're huddled up against these feudal lords, these feudal protectors. Very touching, and may the Lord have mercy on these little children, and I know he does. Noisy rush hour, so next I pulled into this alley with no traffic. This won't work either. No, it does not work, and it's not because of vanity, not because it looks like I just woke up and crawled out of a dumpster. No, it's because I'm back behind a women's clinic, and the staff members are shuffling in behind me here, and I don't want to film them. Don't want to violate their privacy. Now, behind me is another shrine, and this one is also dedicated to children, but these would be stillborn babies and miscarried babies and aborted babies. And it's not quite as nice as the first shrine. Someone has donated some junk here, a tray of junk, some old windshield wiper fluid. Not sure why the little baby spirits would want anything to do with old windshield wiper fluid. Up on the shrine itself, we see maybe a little bit more kindness and generosity, thoughtfulness on display. Some little trinkets. A dog statuette. I think it might be like a lassie kind of dog. 1 yen coin. That's a little over half a cent at current rates, current punishing rates. About 2/3 of a cent, 2/3 of a penny. All right. Well, the telephone call was from Smokey, our fireman friend, and Team Hibagon fireman clerk. He might be watching my channel. He might have watched yesterday's video where I kind of threatened to take his wife, Pokey, the acupuncturist, and run away with her up to Mount Hiba. to jump on together that colossal solar calendar because our respective spouses were kind of dragging their heels, as we felt, Pokey and me. That's how we were feeling. We had more urgent desire. Well, maybe that video and threat lit a fire under Smokey, or more probably Pokey has been poking him and needling him, as I hope she would. Good girl, Pokey. But anyway, Smokey is offering 2 dates this month, November. He's offering up 2 dates. He's offering himself and his Land Cruiser and his ropes and gear and his expertise. And he is promising to get me delivered safely to the colossal solar calendar and delivered safely back. Now, I, of course, prefer the earlier date that he suggested, because if anything goes wrong, that gives us still another chance. And also, because the skies of November turn gloomy, and those gales of November come early, sent by that witch of November. I grew up by the big lake they call Gitchy Goomy, and I miss it. I miss it so much. Every day I miss it. And I respect it. I respect that water and the November gales. I'll tell you, over the mountains from here, on the Sea of Japan side, the Shimane side, that Sea of Japan coast, it looks like Gitchy Goomy over there. Looks completely different from here. I might retire over there in a little hut, a little hermit's hut beside the Sea of Japan. Well, anyway, that witch, the Sea of Japan witch, made it very unpleasant for us last November on Mount Hiba. She is fixin' to shut down that mountain all winter. She's going to do it. Our roads are going to be closed. Now, last year they were closed the end of November and stayed closed for 5 months. And when they do finally open again, the snow melt is going to make that ravine a raging whitewater gorge. So we got to go now. And thanks to Smokey, we have 2 chances. Now here's your homework. Everybody at home, Lord willing, and I do get to that solar calendar, what do I do next? What can I do? What should I do? I'll tell you what I plan to do. I plan to photograph it as well as I can. Video and photo. Take a lot of video and photo. Take measurements. Take a tape measure. Take a compass. Take compass readings and find out which line I'm actually standing on. What else? These opportunities are rare, super rare, you know that. We might be the first living humans to get down there and stand on that thing. So I don't want to waste this chance. Is there any kind of gadget? I don't know. Should I buy a machine and take some readings of something down there? Any suggestions? Please help me. I only don't want to take away anything from there or leave anything there or damage anything. So, no rock samples chiseled out, no trail cams left there, anything like that. But Any non-interfering suggestions or ideas you guys have, please help me. All right. Thank you, Smokey. Thank you, Pokey. And thank you. By the way, pop quiz. What is the best cover version of The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald? Anyone? Anyone? Yes. The Rheostatics. That is correct. That is the correct answer. The Rheostatics, hands down. Honorable mention, though, must be given to the Headstones. Headstones. Well, that's a sign. We've come full circle. You guys have a great week, and I love you.
Show us how it works. Good find, honey.